Hello everybody, welcome back to Cannonball Cottage. Today we're going to do a chicken, ham and cheese recipe, which is loosely based, and I will add the term loosely based on an Italian recipe from northern Italy. I'll just run you through the ingredients. What we have here is we have some olive oil and butter. We have some flour that's been seasoned with salt and pepper. We have some chicken, thinly sliced chicken, which also has been seasoned with salt and pepper on both sides. We have some ham, we have some cheese, we have some white wine, we have some stock, and we have some corn flour slurry and just a few green onion or chives that will be used to sort of finish off the meal. So to begin, what we need to do is coat the chicken in some flour. Make sure it's covered and then shake off the excess and drop it into the pan. The same with the other piece, and nicely sliced this chicken, nice and thin, known as scallopini, the Italians call it. I'll just quickly wash my hands, and so there we have it. We've got the chicken cooking down now, and as I said, this is loosely based on an Italian dish, the northern region of it's called the Valle d'Aosta, which borders on the Swiss and French border. It's a mountainous region, so they're almost, if you like, Swiss and French, although it does come under the umbrella of the Italian country. As I said, it's a mountainous region. Famous mountains, Mont Blanc and the Matterhorn are within the region. But anyway, I said it's loosely based on this dish that originates from this valley, this region in northern Italy. And I say that because we should be using, if you want to do it, if it was authentic, you would be using prosciutto and fontina cheese, whereas I'm using a roast ham and some English cheese to finish the chicken off. And this shouldn't take too long to cook. As I've said before, don't cook it on a heat that's too high, because you overcook the outside, and of course internally it doesn't get cooked, which we don't want. But having said that, once we've browned this chicken off, we'll then proceed to make the sauce, and then we'll finish it off with the ham and the cheese. So there you go, that's coming along nicely. As you can see, there's plenty of black pepper on this chicken. We both here in Cannonball Cottage like plenty of pepper. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to remove this chicken and put it on this plate while we make the sauce. So first of all, we're going to put in the wine to deglaze the pan, and as you can see, that's boiling away. We need to get all this goodness off the bottom of the pan that the chicken has created. Just clean the pan. I'll turn the power up a bit now to get this wine to reduce slightly, intensify the taste of the wine. It shouldn't take a minute to. I think the best plan is now really is for me just to have a quick swig of the old red wine while that's reducing slightly. Please excuse me, and cheers. Thirsty work, this cooking. Well, it is for me. Let's get those over there. Okay. Now, I need a little bit more butter. Well, not just exactly now, but I'm now gonna. You can see how this is reducing now. And there, the butter just arrived. You see, magically arrives. And we're now going to add some stock, and then bring this back up to the boil, and then we'll add some of this corn flour slurry. And of course we'll bring this again to the boil, and there it is, look at that. And I'm just going to add a little bit of this slurry, a bit at a time, to see. Again, you can add this, get your choice depending on how thick you want the sauce. You add as much flour in it, corn flour in it, as you like. Let's see what we've got going there now. It's going to need more than that. Let's tip some more in. Let's see what that's like. See, that's immediately thickened it. Look at that. That could be. I'm going to reduce the heat now because that's taking. See how quickly that thickens that. So that might be for me a little bit on the thick side. So now keeping that stock back there will give us the consistency that we're looking for. I'm just going to give that a quick taste. And of course, seasoning wise, you can add any kind of seasoning in that you like, if you like it a little bit on the spicy side. See, when you're using this stock, you don't necessarily want to put too much salt because it can tend to be a little bit salty, so I'm just adding a little bit of pepper there. There you go. Let's quickly have another taste. Get rid of this spoon, get a new spoon. Consistency's about right. It probably would stand a little bit more pepper for us, but yeah, really nice. Really nice. Now this is where the next step takes place. You put the chicken back in, Then this is where the prosciutto would be used. You then place the ham on top of the chicken, like so, and then we place the cheese on top of the ham, like so. Just like this. And then we put the lid back on, create a bit of heat, and it will cook through the ham and melt the cheese. And as I said, this is where the loosely based on the recipe from this northern region, you would use prosciutto and fontina cheese. This is Cannonball Cottage style Italian. The actual recipe is known as pollo alla Valdostana, but this is Cannonball Cottage Valdostana. So if there are any food police out there watching this, you know that it's safe that I've done it this way, because it's our way and not the original way. I'm just going to add a little bit of butter into the sauce, and as you can see, I hope you can see, the cheese is melting away here, and that's exactly what we're looking for. And I'll just get a plate, and I'll just put one of these chicken portions on the plate once this cheese is actually melted, which might just take a few seconds. And while we're waiting, as per usual, I suppose it's best to, it'd be rude not to, but take another drink. And while I'm doing that, maybe you want to take a drink. Cheers. It's almost there now. I'll just get a spatula just to, or whatever this is called. Is it a spatula, or is it a fish slice, or is it, what would you call it? I think that's close enough for me to just show you what this actually turns out like. There it is on the plate. We'll just get a little bit of the gravy or the sauce, this lovely white sauce that's oh, look at that, that's absolutely wonderful. That is a superb meal. I'll just move this so you get a better shot of the actual finished dish. There it is. And just to decorate, just to finish it off, we've got some chives or green onions, and that is Valdostana. I suppose I'd better take a little bit of a taste to see what we've got. And there it is. Absolutely wonderful. And there it is. Pollo alla Valdostana here in Cannonball Cottage, with a twist. Not authentic. If you haven't already subscribed, please do subscribe to our channel. Give us a thumbs up, give us a share, and make a comment, and I'll get back to you as soon as I possibly can with any queries that you have. Thanks for watching. Bye.